Thank you, JJ. Our next big event coming up in June, which seems like it's a few months away, but that's going to be June 20th, will be the Walk for Life. It'll be our 32nd annual Walk for Life. So we've held it for a number of years. And it's really a great event for a couple of reasons, but it's grassroots. We want to bring out new people from your churches, from your friendship, your small groups, to show them that, hey, these are a good group of people. I was just at the walk for an hour and a half, and maybe you brought your dog, and there's that community. But then, of course, to get them more involved after the walk as well, to realize that they can be part of a much, much larger community. So that'll be, again, Saturday, June 20th, 6 locations: North Austin, South Austin, Cedar Park, Georgetown, Harker Heights, one of our biggest and best, and San Marcos. So there should be a location that's convenient for you. So, of course, the really most important question is, well, how do I get involved? How can I participate in the walk? We're going to, of course, have our website as well as a brochure. The brochures haven't been printed yet, so I don't have a sample, but or you can, of course, call me. But the brochure also serves as a pledge form. And, of course, it is a fundraiser. So it's one of those good old-fashioned fundraisers where you can just kind of ask your friends and family. There are several of you here that are really experts at it. You're better at it than I am. But you just basically are asking people to make a pledge, and then whether or not they want us to mail them an invoice, or whether they give us a check or cash later, or they fulfill the donation on our website. Obviously, they can do that by credit card. So we make it really, really easy to participate, but also to register. So it is a fundraiser. So our average walker typically raises over $500. But we've got walkers in this room who raise $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, and that's combined. That's obviously from people in their church. Maybe they make a donation themselves. So it really starts to add up. I think personally, it's pretty easy to raise $500 or more, even if it's for your very, very first time. Let's see here. Oh, so how do we do that? And how do I learn about this? Learn more about this. In middle of March, we're going to have Walk for Life kickoff dinners. And we'll have them in North Austin South, Georgetown, Cedar Park, Harker Heights, and San Marcos. So you'll be able to come to the dinner, get your materials. We can review the website and then review strategies on how to promote the walk. We'll have T-shirts. I know that's really kind of old-fashioned and fun, but we had one of our walkers, I'll just mention his name, Rick Ebert, last year, who he and his pastor put on the T-shirts for the Walk for Life. And then they had that picture on a little display piece available in the and set that up in the narthex afterwards. It was really successful because, if the pastor's going to walk, or if the pastor's standing there with Rick in this case, that just speaks volumes. And like I said, it was highly successful. And I think Rick was, he was our top walker. So we thank Rick and your parish very, very much. But there's a bunch of them. Thank you. Seriously. And we'll have QR codes. We're in the digital age, so there's other ways that we can make that easy for everybody. So you'll look for emails from us regarding the Walk for Life kickoff dinners. Up in Georgetown, we usually just have a luncheon because people have more time and they like lunch. So we invite them to that. But that'll be, like I say, mid-March. Of course, the website is www.texasallianceforlife.org. And the next burning question is, well, Lance, I want to help you at the walk. So here's a little good old-fashioned promo card that you can sign up and write on today just to let me know. And maybe it's not even you or yourself, but you can say, well, my head of my Knights Columbus Council, contact Rick Ebert. Or it could be somebody in your Bible study group. It could be maybe someone that, a lay pastor, your missions pastor, perhaps. Different people, different ways. But of course, if that's you individually, we can come up with some strategies on how to promote the walk at your church. So sign that form up for me today. I've already gotten one, and that individual, in his very first walk last year, he raised over $5,000. So it works. And we like volunteers too. So we've got a volunteer sign-up form today. You can sign on the form here. Volunteers can help us with taking pictures, passing out T-shirts, and this is the big one. A lot of people fight over this: donating and/or cutting up the watermelon. I usually have, there's a big long line for that. But that makes it fun, obviously. You know, people don't seem to mind watermelon in June when it's hot. So if you can volunteer, we'd love you to volunteer. Again, short and sweet, or else just sign it up. There's a copy out available at the front entrance too. And you know, some of you might be thinking, well, Lance, you know, in this digital age, why don't you just do something that's online or create a fancy website, which we do. We'll have a fancy website, but it's really successful. When we do the brochure, this is my sample walk brochure. 40% of our revenue comes in on a paper form. So that's why we use that. Last year, over 150 walkers helped us raise $150,000, and that actually represents about 50 local churches. So highly successful, very low cost. We have very low overhead. We're not dipping into your money or your donations. So if you want to sign up for the walk, either call me or texasallianceforlife.org. And thank you very much.